grind. Steel meets bone on the line. Lights blazing, the crowd's alive. Alive. Endzone to endzone we run. Feel the thunder, feel the drum. Endzone to endzone, it's war. We fight, we score, we want more. Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Endzone to Endzone, all things NFL. It's a weird week in the NFL. There we go. Week number 7 in the books. We're almost halfway through the season. Wow. Thank you. Hey. Well, welcome to another edition of Endzone to Endzone. I'm your host, Ryan Neff. NBA kicks off tonight, by the way. And the World Series is set. That kicks off Friday. The Dodgers and the Blue Jays. After George Springer's home run yesterday, that won the Blue Jays the game, basically. But anywho, thanks for joining. Pardon me as I'm sucking on this cough drop because I can't get rid of this sore throat. 'Tis the season. But welcome. Let's jump right to it, shall we? There's college football on tonight as well. Two games. Nothing of importance, but nonetheless, college football is on tonight. It all kicked off last Thursday with the Steelers and the Bengals. The Bengals win 33-31. Neither defense showed up, by the way. Neither defense showed up at all. For the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers was 23 of 34, 249 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. Yes, he threw 2 picks. Jalen Warren, 16 carries, 127 yards rushing, year leading rusher for the Steelers. Pat Fryermuth, 5 catches, 111 yards, and 2 touchdowns receiving. Year leading Pittsburgh receiver Deshaun Elliott, 9 total tackles. For the Bengals, Joe Flacco, 31 of 47, 342 yards, 3 touchdowns, and more importantly, no picks. Chase Brown, 11 touches, 108 yards rushing. Jamar Chase had a day, 16 total catches for 161 yards and a receiving touchdown. T. Higgins and Noah Fant also added receiving touchdowns. Barrett Carter, 12 total tackles. The Bengals leading receiver. We go to the team stats. Cincinnati didn't turn it over any times. Pittsburgh turned it over twice. I know some people will say that that's not what cost the Steelers the game, but it was a factor. Rushing was the same. Passing yards favored the Bengals. Both were about the same on third down percentage. And look, the two turnovers hurt. But again, neither defense showed up. The defenses were bad. For Pittsburgh, if they could just have any sort of a semblance of a defense, I think they'll be okay. But we're going into week 8. And I think they have the bye this week. They have to shore some things up. The Bengals are just trying to hold the ship afloat. Hopefully Burrow can come back in December. I highly doubt that he will. But the Steelers are 4-2. The Bengals are 3-4. Then Sunday morning over there in London, nobody gives a shit about football in London. London, Germany, Tokyo, Mexico, they don't care. I wish they'd stop playing the games overseas. But the Rams showed up. The Jaguars didn't. This game was not close at all. Rams won 35-7. It was an ass kicking. I don't know what to tell Jaguars fans. Really don't. Matthew Stafford had a day, 21 of 33, only 182 yards passing, but 5 touchdowns, by the way. No picks. Kyron Williams, 12 total touches for 54 yards, the leading rusher. Colby Parkinson, 3 catches for 47 yards. Devontae Adams, 5 catches, 35 yards, 3 touchdowns receiving. Cam Curl, 10 total tackles. For the Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence was 23 of 48, 296 yards, a touchdown, no picks. They were playing from behind, but they ran the ball collectively 19 times for 94 yards. Travis Hunter, 8 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown receiving, the leading receiver. Ventrell Miller, 8 total tackles. Looking at your team stats, it was a clean game. No turnovers. Both ran the ball about the same. Passing actually favored the Jags. But really, the Jags couldn't really muster up anything, and the Rams just came up with big play after big play. They both sucked on third down. The Jaguars were 2 of 6 on fourth, horrible. The Rams were 2 and 2 on fourth down. But the Rams just had big play capability, and the Jaguars didn't. The Rams are now 5 and 2 overall. The Jags 4 and 3. I still think that when the Rams are healthy, they're the biggest threat to the Eagles in the NFC. Some people say the Buccaneers, but they just lost Mike Evans. It's the Rams. Bears beat the Saints 26-14, the hapless Saints. How the Saints beat the Giants, I don't know. But the Bears with a big win, 26-14 at home. New Orleans Spencer Rattler was 20 of 32, 233 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he threw 3 picks. New Orleans ran the ball 17 times for 44 yards. That's not going to cut it. Chris Olave, 5 catches, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns receiving for the Saints, leading receiver. Marion Davis, 10 total tackles. For Chicago, Caleb Williams was 15 of 26, 172 yards, no touchdowns, but he threw a pick. DeAndre Swift, 19 carries, 124 yards, and a touchdown rushing. Kyle Monangai, 13 rushes, 81 yards, and a touchdown also. Chicago ran the ball 40 times for 222 yards, as opposed to 44 yards for the Saints. You turn the ball over, can't run the football, you're not going to win. DJ Moore for Chicago, 3 catches, 43 yards, the leading receiver. Tremaine Edmonds, 9 total tackles. Team stats, again, Saints turned over 4 times, Chicago once. It was basically 5-1 in rushing. Both teams were horrible on third down, but it doesn't matter. You lose the turnover battle, you lose the rushing battle, you lose. Bears now a surprising 4 and 2. The Saints 1 and 6. And Kellen Moore's probably going, "What the hell did I do? What did I get into?" Browns beat the Dolphins 31-6. The Dolphins continue to implode. How Mike McDaniel is still there, I don't know. This team's a mess. If the Jets suckage is 1, I would believe that the Dolphins are 1A. Tua, 12 of 23, 100 yards, no touchdowns, 3 picks. After calling out your teammates, then apologizing, then you go out and you suck. Devin Achane, 13 carries, 82 yards, rushing, leading rusher. Miami receiving, D. Eskridge, 2 catches, 45 yards. Jordan Brooks, 9 total tackles. Cleveland passing. Dylan Gabriel, efficient, 13 of 18, 116 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Quinshon Judkins continues to impress, 25 carries, 84 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Harold Fannin Jr., 4 catches, 36 yards. Carson Schwezinger, 7 total tackles. We go to the team stats again. Cleveland didn't turn it over any times. Miami turned it over 4 times. both equal in rushing. Passing was equal. Miami was 1 of 11 on third down. Cleveland, 4 of 11. You turn the ball over 4 times. You can't sustain drives. You get your ass kicked. Cleveland wins at 31-6. The Browns 2-5. The Dolphins 1-6. The Browns are 2-5. They're only 2 games on first, by the way. The Patriots, I knew they would be improved this year. I didn't think to this extent. But Drake May, I was high on him coming out of college. A few things I'm right on. But in this instance, I was. They beat the Titans 31-13. The Titans are probably just as bad as the Dolphins are. Drake May is 21 of 23, 222 yards, 2 touchdowns. More importantly, no picks. Ramondre Stevenson, 18 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown rushing. Leading receiver Stephon Diggs, 7 catches, 69 yards. Marte Mapu, 8 total tackles. Tennessee, Cam Ward was 25 of 34, 255 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Tennessee ran the ball 12 times for 39 yards. Chimere Dika, 4 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown receiving and leading receiver. Cedric Gray, 10 total tackles. Team stats, Tennessee turned it over twice. The Patriots, none. Patriots outrushed the Titans 175 yards to 39. Passing was the same. Titans couldn't sustain drives. 31-13. Patriots 5-2. The Titans at 1-6. Shining up the goal clubs. Getting ready for early vacation. The Chiefs beat the shit out of the Raiders 31-0. It wasn't close. Raiders stink as well. Raiders fans, I don't know what to tell you. But it was bad. Geno Smith, 10 of 16, 67 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. The Raiders ran the ball 11 times for 25 yards. Trey Tucker, 5 catches, 33 yards receiving. Landon Roberts, 18 total tackles. For the Chefs, Patrick Mahomes, 26 of 35 for 286 yards, 3 touchdowns, more importantly, no picks. Isaiah Pacheco, 15 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown. Chiefs ran the ball 41 times for 152 yards collectively. Travis Kelce, 3 catches for 54 yards. Rashee Rice in his return, 7 catches, 42 yards, 2 touchdowns receiving. Trent McDuffie, 6 total tackles, leading Kansas City tackler. Las Vegas was 0-7 on third down. Chiefs were 9 of 15. The Raiders, and I had to do a double take. They had 95 yards of total offense. Chiefs 434. Ass whooping. Chiefs now 4-3. The Raiders are 2-5. I'm still not going to get excited about my Chiefs. I have to continue to see it. Eagles beat the Vikings 28-22. Eagles had to hold off the Vikings, to be quite honest with you. But again, Jalen Hurts, 19 of 23, 326 yards, 3 touchdowns, more importantly, no picks. Saquon Barkley, 18 carries for 44 yards. Again, that needs to change. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown both had over 100 yards receiving, so they trying to keep the Divas happy this past week. Zach Bond, 10 total touchdowns. Minnesota, Carson Wentz, he was 26 of 42, 313 yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks. I don't know why he's starting yet. Jordan Mason, 15 carries, 57 yards, and a tud. They miss Aaron Jones. Jordan Addison, 9 catches, 128 yards receiving for the Vikes. Joshua Metellus, 8 total tackles. You go to the team stats. Minnesota turned it over twice. The Eagles, none. Minnesota won the rushing battle. Passing yards were the same, basically. Vikings were better on third down than the Eagles. Eagles went for it on fourth down 3 times. But look, the 2 interceptions killed the Vikings. So when you turn it over twice, the other team doesn't turn it over. Many times, loss. Eagles are now 5-2. The Vikings are 3-3. The Panthers beat the atrocious Jets, and Justin Fields got benched. Jets owners calling out the quarterback. It's bad. For the Panthers, was 15-25, 138 yards, a touchdown, no picks. More importantly, Rico Dowdell, 17 carries, 79 yards. Rushing. Xavier Legette, 9 catches, 92 yards, and a tud. Receiving, the leading receiver. Derek Brown, Nick Scott, 7 total tackles. For the Jets, Justin Fields was 6 of 12, 46 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Tyrod Taylor came in, and Mike played worse. 10 of 22, 126 yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks. I didn't hear Mr. Woody calling out Tyrod Taylor. Brees Hall, 11 carries, 32 yards. Your leading Jets rusher, the leading receiver was Tyler Johnson. 3 catches for 60 yards. Jamie and Sherwood, 10 total tackles. Your leading tackler for the GAJETS. Yets. Panthers now surprisingly 4-3. The Jets, goose egg and 7. As we follow the bouncing ball here. Kennesaw State and Florida International in the first quarter, it is scoreless. Talked about this yesterday. The Broncos came back to beat the Giants 33-32. How in the fuck do you allow a team to score 33 points in 1 quarter in the NFL when you clearly have the game in hand? That's the horseshit performance of the week. Brutal. Daboll came out this week and said there's not going to be any changes. Might want to make a change at the head coaching position. For New York, Jackson Dart was 15-33, 283, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Cam Scatabo, 16 carries for 60 yards, the leading rusher. Wandale Robinson, their leading receiver, 6 catches, 95 yards. Dane Belton, 10 total tackles. For the Broncos, Bo Nix threw it 50 times. He was 27-50, 279, 2 touchdowns, no picks. J.K. Dobbins, 14 carries, 81 yards rushing. It needs to change. You can't expect him to throw it 50 times. But the Giants snatched defeat away from victory. Cortland Sutton for the Broncos, 6 carries for 87 yards. Alex Singleton, 8 total tackles. We go to the team stats. Again, I have no fucking idea how they scored 33 points in the fourth. Pardon my French, but Jesus. Rushing favored the Broncos. Passing was the same. Third down percentage was the same. But my God. 33 points in the fourth quarter. The whole coaching staff should be fired. Period. Broncos are 5-2. They lead the AFC West. Giants are 2-5. I'm looking for answers. Another surprise team this year, the Colts, ladies and gentlemen, beat the Chargers 38-24 in a game that really wasn't all that close. Daniel Jones was 23-34, 288 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Jonathan Taylor continues to have a fantastic year. 16 carries, 94 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. Alec Pierce, 5 catches, 98 yards, leading receiver. Kenny Moore and Cam Bynum, 8 total tackles apiece, your leading Colts tacklers. Kennesaw State has scored. It is going to be, with the extra point pending, they should be on top 7 for Florida International. Los Angeles Chargers, Justin Herbert, 37-55, 420 yards, 3 touchdowns, but he threw 2 picks. Los Angeles rushing 16 carries for 54 yards. Oronde Gadsden II, have yourself a day. 7 catches, 164 yards, and a touchdown. Keenan Allen, 11 catches, 119, and a touchdown. Leading tackler for Los Angeles, Derwin James, was 7. We go to the team stats. Los Angeles turned it over twice. The Colts, none, which didn't help. Colts outrushed them basically 2.5 to 1. Passing favored the Chargers, but they were playing from behind. Both were about the same on 3rd down. Both were about the same on 4th down. But again, the game wasn't close. Indianapolis now 6-1. The Chargers 4-3. And if it ended today, the Colts would be the number 1 seed. Go figure. The more you think you know in the offseason, the more you know dick. The Cowboys beat the Commanders 44-22. Jaden Daniels left the game with a hamstring injury, unfortunately. Cowboys offense is playing fantastic. Their defense blows. Washington, Jaden Daniels was 12-22, 156 touchdown, no picks. Washington ran the ball 28 times for 136 yards. Jalen Lane, 3 catches, 60 yards. Your leading receiver, Bobby Wagner, 8 total tackles. For Dallas, Dak Prescott playing at a high level, 21-30, 264, 3 touchdowns. More importantly, no picks. Javonte Williams, 19 carries, 106 yards, and a touchdown. Your leading rusher. CeeDee Lamb, welcome back. 5 catches, 110 yards, and a touchdown receiving. Jake Ferguson added 2 receiving touchdowns. Kenneth Murray Jr. Shamar James, 9 total tackles. If you go to the team stats, Washington turned it over twice. Dallas, none. Dallas won the rushing battle. They won the passing battle. The 3rd down battle. It was an ass kicking. Cowboys now 3-3. Commanders are 3-4. Did I think the Cowboys would be? Well, they're 3-3-1. Sorry. No, I didn't think they'd be 3-3-1. Packers had to come back against the Cardinals because the Cardinals do Cardinal type things and lose games. But the Packers, Jordan Love, 19-29, 179 yards, a touchdown, no picks. Josh Jacobs, 13 carries, 55 yards, and 2 touchdowns, rushing, your leading rusher for Green Bay. Green Bay, Romeo Doubs, your leading receiver, 6 catches for 72 yards. Quay Walker, your leading tackler, with 9. For the Cardinals, Jacoby Brissett filled in nicely for Kyler Murray. He was 25-36, 279 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Bam Knight, 14 carries, 57 yards, your leading rusher for Arizona. Trey McBride, the leading receiver, 10 for 74 and 2 receiving touchdowns. Buda Baker and Akeem Davis Gaither, 8 total tackles apiece. One of the fumbles that the Cardinals had really hurt. Both equal in rushing, both about equal in passing. Green Bay was horrible on third down. Arizona was 7 of 14. But again, the turnover and, again, Arizona just does Arizona type things. Arizona falls to 2-5. The Packers are now 4-1-1. 49ers beat the Falcons 20-10. I try to tell people to pump the brakes on the Falcons a little bit. The 49ers with a big win. And they're battling injuries, and yet they're still 5-2. Michael Penix Jr. was 21 of 38, 241 yards, a touchdown, no picks. Atlanta ran the ball 20 times for 62 yards. And if you're going to run the ball that little, you're not going to win many games. Darnell Mooney, 3 catches for 68 yards. Your leading receiver, Jesse Bates the third, and J.D. Bertrand, 10 total tackles for the Falcons. For the 49ers, Mac Jones at 17 of 26, 152, no touchdowns, and a pick. Christian McCaffrey picked up the slack, 24 carries, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns rushing. He also was your leading receiver, 7 catches, 72 yards. Tatum Bethune, 10 total tackles. And you go to the team stats. When you're out rushing your opponent basically 3-1, you win the third down margin, you're going to win the game. It was a gritty win. The 49ers now 5-2, the Falcons 3-3. Then yesterday, Monday night, again, I wish the NFL would stop doing this stupid shit with the 2 games on Monday. I would like to see them get rid of Monday Night Football altogether. At one time, way back when, it was great. Nobody cares. And unless your teams are playing, and the Texans Seahawks game didn't start till 10. Not a Seahawks or Texans fan, you're not staying up for it. But the Lions beat the Buccaneers in the early game 24-9. Kind of figured the Lions would win at home. I didn't think they were going to lose again. Baker Mayfield, 28 of 50, 228, a touchdown and a pick. I know they were playing from behind, but Jesus God. You can't run the ball collectively 12 times for 41 yards and expect to win football games. You can't. And again, Mike Evans knocked out probably for the year. K-Dot in the 7 catches, 65 yards receiving, the leading receiver. Tyke Smith, 13 total tackles for Detroit. Jared Goff was 20 of 29, 241, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Jahmyr Gibbs, breakout game, 17 carries, 136 yards, and 2 touchdowns receiving. Or 2 touchdowns rushing. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 6 catches, 86 yards, and a tutty. Your leading Detroit receiver. Eric Hallett and Jet Campbell with 8 total tackles apiece. Your leading tacklers for Detroit. Both teams turned it over twice. But when you're out rushing your opponent 164-41, you're going to win the game. Detroit now 5-2, the Buccaneers 5-2. And the Seahawks beat the Texans. I actually thought the Texans would win the game. Texans are in trouble at 2-4, but the Seahawks win 27-19. Didn't get to see the game. Just way too late. But Houston, C.J. Stroud was 23 of 49, 229, a touchdown and a pick. Again, Houston ran the ball 17 times for 56 yards. You're not going to win games if you can't run the football. Dalton Schultz, not Sergeant Schultz, Dalton Schultz, 9 catches, 98 yards receiving. Kamari Lassiter, 10 total tackles. For Seattle, Sam Darnold was 17 of 31, 213 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Zach Charbonnet, 2 rushing touchdowns. Seattle ran the ball 33 times for 118 yards. Jackson Smith and Jigba continuing to have a breakout year as a rookie. 8 catches, 123 yards, and a touchdown. Is he a rookie this year? I can't remember. My brain's fried. Ernest Jones, the fourth, 11 total tackles. No, it's his second year. That's right. Seattle turned the ball over 4 times, but still won the game. You go figure that out. Seattle won the rushing game. Passing was the same. They were both horrendous on third down, fourth down. But shame on the Texans for not capitalizing on those 4 turnovers. You turned the ball over 4 times. I know you got outrushed. You lose the game, but you win the turnover ratio. Shame on you. Seahawks 5-2, like the 49ers are, and the Texans are 3 and So let's jump to week number 8, shall we? It all kicks off Thursday, 8:15 p.m. on Prime Video. The Vikings travel to take on the Chargers. Vikings 3-3, Chargers 4-3. Chargers favored by 3.5. I don't know if Marion Hampton's going to come back. I'm sorry, I just don't trust Carson Wentz. It's on the road. It's in LA. I know the Chargers are coming off a beatdown. I just like the Chargers. I'm going to go Chargers 27, the Vikings 21. We kick off the Sunday games. 1-6 Dolphins travel to take on the 3-3 Falcons. 1 p.m. on CBS. Falcons favored by 7.5. I'm sorry, Dolphins are a mess. Do I think that the Falcons are going to cover? I don't know. Because the NFL right now is too unpredictable. You don't know what team you're getting week to week. The Dolphins have checked out, and they've checked out bad. I'll go Falcons 30, Dolphins 17. 1 p.m. on CBS, the 0-7 Jets travel to take it on the 3-4 Bengals. Cincinnati favored by 6.5. I don't think Tyrod Taylor is that much better. The Bengals again trying to keep the ship afloat. I'm sorry, just the Jets are another team that they're imploding. Bengals 31, Jets 14. And that's being generous. 1 p.m. on Fox, the 2-5 Browns travel to take on the 5-2 Patriots. New England's favored by 6.5. I will say this. Patriots better be on upset alert. I know it's in New England. I know New England's 5-2. Browns are 2-5. This is one of my upsets of the week. Love Drake May. Love what he's doing. But Quinshon Judkins for the Browns takes the pressure off of Gabriel. It opens up everything else. This is one of my upsets. Browns 26, Patriots 24. 1 p.m. on Fox, the Giants travel to take on the Eagles. Giants 2-5. Eagles are 5-2. Philadelphia's favored by 7.5. How are the Giants going to respond off of what happened against the Broncos? Eagles are doing just enough to win. I don't see it. I think the Giants will stick to what they're doing the best. I'll go Eagles 30, Giants 23. 1 p.m. on Fox, the Bills coming off a bye at 4-2, travel to take on the 4-3 Panthers. Buffalo's favored by 7.5. Have the Bills righted some things as far as the defense goes? Are they going to get back to running the football? We'll see. Panthers are surprisingly 4-3. I like what they're doing. They know their identity. What can the Bills do? I think the Bills win, but I think the Panthers will keep it close. I'll go Bills 28, Panthers 23. 1 p.m. on CBS, the 4-2 Bears travel to take it on the 1-5 Ravens. Baltimore's favored by 6.5. And even though Lamar Jackson is not playing, Baltimore's favored by 6.5 against the Bears. Somebody knows something that I don't. So, another upset. Ravens 27, Bears 21. 1 p.m. on Fox, the 49ers at 5-2 travel to take on the Texans at 2-4. Houston's actually favored by 1.5, probably because the 49ers are beat up. I'm sorry, Texans are in trouble. I know Houston's favored by 1.5. Maybe somebody knows something I don't. I just think the 49ers will grit it out. I'm going to go 49ers 23, Texans 17. 4:05 p.m. on Fox. The 5-2 Buccaneers travel to take on the 1-6 Saints. Tampa Bay is favored by 3.5. I know they're battling injuries. Forget it. Buccaneers 30, Saints 20. 4:25 p.m. on CBS. Cowboys 3-1 travel to take on the 5-2 Broncos. Denver favored by 3.5. I trust Denver's defense a lot more than I trust the Cowboys defense. I'll go Broncos 28, Cowboys 24. 4:25 p.m. on CBS, the 1-6 Titans travel to take on the 6-1 Colts. The Colts are favored by 14.5. Titans are awful. I don't normally do this, but this is going to be a beatdown. Colts 35, Titans 10. 8:20 p.m. on NBC, the 4-1 Packers travel to take on the 4-2 Steelers. Green Bay is actually favored by 3.5. Everybody will be focused on Aaron Rodgers playing his old team. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know what to make of this game. I flip-flop back and forth. Until the Steelers get that defense fixed, I trust the Packers defense a little more. I know it's on the road. I know it's a night game. I'm going to go Packers 27, Steelers 23. Monday, 8:15 p.m. on ABC and ESPN, the 3-4 Commanders travel to take on the 4-3 Chiefs. Kansas City's favored by 10.5. Jaden Daniels probably isn't going to play. Chiefs right now are rolling a little bit. I'm going to go Chiefs 33, Washington 17. So there you have it. Kennesaw State up on Florida International 14-0. Still in the first. Again, the NBA kicks off tonight. NHL in full swing. I was going to do early evening sports buffet with the Ginch, but I think I'll hold off till tomorrow. So thanks to everybody that tunes in live. Thanks for everybody who checks this out on the video replays. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your doctors, tell your nurses. Excuse me. Coming up at 8 o'clock, Student Body Right here on the Cole County Entertainment Network. I will be going over the week number 8 college football, previewing week 9. Holy shit. We've got but 5 weeks left, 5 weekends left. I think so. What's this weekend? What's today? 22nd, 13th, 14th, 15th. So we got the 26th, 2nd, 9th, 16th, 20th. So we have 6 more weekends of college football. Telling you, man, football goes by like that. Boom, boom, boom. But again, thanks. At 8 o'clock coming up on Student Body Right. And then I will have my which team gets the finger. This week's game of the week, as far as I'm concerned, is Ole Miss and Oklahoma. Which team will get the finger? I will pick my winner, and they will get the finger. So join me at 8 o'clock right here on the Cole County Entertainment Network for Student Body Right at 8 o'clock. So the band needs to take me out on this one. See everybody at 8.